Hello Virgo, welcome to my channel Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name is Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning into the day's energies, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through for Virgo. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. It takes you right to my book online page. All right, Virgo, let's get to your reading. The overall energy of the reading is Two of Pentacles. Feels like you're weighing something. It's something about a tangible earth, maybe around business, something in the 3D that you're making a decision about. It also feels like you're being careful with your finances. It feels like you're stepping, it feels like you're making moves, like small moves, little moves to see if something works. I get the feeling that there's someone in your environment that is talking to you in a way that's very challenging. It feels like this person is fearful about how you're moving or the decisions that you're making, and it feels like they're projecting their fears and their limitations onto you. Feels like you're figuring out what moves, and it's really difficult with this person and their communication. Feels like this is someone, maybe these decisions and choices that you're making are taking the attention off of this person. They're feeling neglected, like this person feels a bit immature. Like, why aren't you paying attention to me, Virgo? Why aren't you giving me all this attention? Why are you focusing on yourself? Yeah. Letting go of a toxic bond. This person feels like they need to be in the center. They need something from you. And you, whatever decision that you're making, feels like this is a decision away from this person who feels like it's really hard to communicate to this person on purpose. This person makes it impossible to communicate. And I feel like you're like, I feel like you've had it. I'm tired of this energy. Communicating doesn't get me anywhere. There's so much deception in this communication. It's dependency, codependency, it's toxic, and I think you're tired of this person saying this is love and you're not receiving it as love. It feels like this decision you're making is away from something that is unloving. It doesn't matter if they perceive it as love. It feels like you're tired of this. I don't receive this as love. I'm tired of being sad. I'm tired of not being happy. I'm tired of not being cared for. I'm tired of being neglected. I'm tired of having to beg to get the least amount. It doesn't feel like you're asking for much, but this person wants you to settle for receiving nothing. Of course, they benefit from this relationship staying this way. All right. I feel frustrated. I feel there's this level of, it feels like you've repressed or suppressed anger and rage Like you don't have permission to be angry, to be frustrated, to make changes in your life, because this has not changed. All right. The blessing is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. I think there's a realization here of the time, your energy, your care, your focus into this person and this connection, and realizing that you're not receiving anything out of it. It is a one-way street. You're not going to get what you thought out of this. I think that's like, if I just stay, if I just try a little harder, if I just do a little, then I will finally be seen by this person. I'll finally be cared for. And that's not it. It feels like that's delusional. Yeah, it looks like it's a blessing that things have finally gotten to a point where they're so uncomfortable that you're willing to do something about it. It feels like you've been in a never-ending nightmare, but there's some comfort level, maybe finances, something that's kept you in this nightmare. And I think you're tired of this nightmare. I think the blessings are that I feel like I'm tuning into someone who's had enough. And only you will know this. If someone wants you to end a relationship because or a tarot reader tells you, it doesn't matter. Every person has that enough button. And when you've hit that point, there's just this, that's it. There's no coming back. Internally, I've chosen. I've had enough. It feels like you're getting ready, or you've just hit that enough button. You're realizing that there's no amount of fixing or trying to heal this person, this relationship. I think there's this accepting of the truth. This is who they are. This is the relationship that I keep investing into. So it's not about changing this person because they don't want to change, because they're benefiting. They don't have to do anything, and they derive all the benefit from this relationship. I think there's this, wow. Standing in your truth, not having to convince anybody, but it feels like you're turning your back and you're following the truth. Your truth. You're deciding what's truthful, not asking someone if you have permission. It feels like you're starting to learn to follow the truth. It feels like you're learning a new way of being, and you're having to face a lot of fears, a lot of your insecurities along the way, because this person and the type of people who run this type of energy depend on you being insecure and a lack of confidence. That's how they benefit from your insecurities, from your lack of confidence, from you being too afraid to do anything about it. And so what do we... Feels like there are a lot of people in your energy that have a lot to say about. It feels like you have allowed people in your energy who feel very comfortable being an authority over you, emotionally, mentally. And it looks like you're no longer giving people time, energy access to you. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, Virgo, what you're leaving behind are people who treat you like an option. Seven of Cups. Who feel very comfortable treating you like an option, which is very uncomfortable because I think there's a realization that you put people up on a pedestal, you put people before you, you center people who do not do the same for you. You center people who treat you like an option. And I think there's this realization, oh, that's, of course that doesn't work. If I don't value myself, if I don't value my time, my energy, my resources, then other people aren't going to. They're going to disrespect. If you accept disrespectful behavior, you're showing people that that's okay, that's acceptable. And I think you're leaving behind, you're no longer accepting people who come and go when they want, feel they can say anything to you without any repercussions. Looks like you're also leaving behind people who lack resources. There's a poverty mindset here. Feels like you're leaving behind people who project their limitations onto you and feel very comfortable instead of dealing with and healing whatever limitations they have about themselves. It feels like you have been in environments where people, project their, I guess that's it. You're leaving behind people who project their limitations onto you. Feels like you've had a lot of mean girls around you, very insecure, specifically feminine energy that feel very comfortable treating you poorly, tearing you down, saying things about you behind your back that they would never say to your face. Oof. You're leaving behind allowing people access to your energy that aren't for you. It feels like a lot of betrayal. I think once someone shows you, once you perceive like, oh, betrayal, that's a bridge too far. If someone feels comfortable betraying me once, I think that's enough. Otherwise, then I am, by permitting them back into my energy, I am signaling to everyone that it is okay to betray me, that enough time has gone by, or that I've healed that woundedness enough that, let's go at this again. I think you're like leaving behind people who feel comfortable betraying you, hurting you with impunity. You're leaving behind people who, for some reason, can't perceive your feelings, don't care how you're feeling about things, because you need to care about how they're feeling. That's it. So very selfish people, very self-involved people. Wow. Wow, wow. I feel this anger and frustration, like, which is healthy in this reading, that like I've had enough. Woundedness, sad, lower vibrational energies. As you get up into anger and frustration, it feels like the people in your environment disallowed you to being angry. Something's wrong with you if you're angry or frustrated, and so these are labeled as bad emotions. You can be sad, you can be happy, but you're not allowed to be angry or frustrated because though when you acknowledge that you have those energies, there's this fire in your energy for change. But if you are not allowed to be angry, then you're not allowed to change. You're not allowed to set boundaries. You're not allowed to perceive someone chronically and or a group chronically overstepping your boundaries. So anger is necessary. Anger is a great emotion. Frustration, instead of shoving it down or making it bad, what do I want to do with this anger? I want to create healthy boundaries for myself with this anger. I want to make decisions about who's allowed into my energy. I want to create protection and protect myself and guard. So you can use your energy in a way that's beneficial. Feels like if you use that anger to fight these people, you're just back in the energy. You're just giving them your energy. All right. How to get the most of this energy, Virgo? The Hermit card. Going at it alone. Learning from being alone, finding your own inner. It feels like it's very important for you to find your own energy right now. Maybe isolation and but consciously, I want to consciously spend some time with myself so I know what's my energy and what's not. What are my beliefs going forward and what are beliefs that no longer work for me? Feels very powerful, and it's you're learning how with Seven of Wands to create healthy boundaries for yourself. Sometimes no is a complete sentence, especially when someone brings the Ace of Swords, lies, deception, injustice. Feels like you're choosing. I do not accept injustice. I do not accept lies. I do not accept this deceptive environment, the foundation of it based in lies. I'm going to protect myself from those who carry this energy. Feels like sometimes people have made you the villain, and that in the past was upsetting to know that there are people saying things about you, but it feels like in this energy you're like, all right, talk is cheap. It feels like you're letting go of having to have people like you, have people in agreement with you. Feels like you're letting go of being a people pleaser, letting go of people who benefit from you staying in environments that aren't for you. Who benefits from you staying in an environment where you're unhappy, feeling unloved and uncared for? All right. What's supporting you, Virgo, at this time is the Five of Cups in reverse. It looks like you are letting go of the grief. You're working through the grief. And focusing on what you do have. Feels like it's difficult to kind of turn away from what these people have done and are doing, and instead focus on what you do have working for you. Wow. What's interesting is it feels like you have a lot more going for you than you are really addressing, acknowledging. You, it, when you find your own energy, when you focus on yourself and what you have, and bring your attention and your focus back on what you can work with. These people are unworkable, but you can work with your own energy, and you're very abundant. I think you're also recognizing what's supporting you is not relying on others to fill your cup, not being needing of others to fill your cup. Feels like that has made you vulnerable in the past. Feels like to be in this environment with these people, you have to abandon yourself. You have to sacrifice yourself, abandon every aspect of yourself to be in an environment where there's not love. You're wanting to balance this out. Feels like you're really finding the beliefs, deconstructing what beliefs allow people to take advantage of me, what beliefs allow people access to me that I don't want those beliefs anymore. Feels like you're consciously examining and shifting your energy. I'm getting that this takes time, this takes patience, and letting go of like your attachment to these people, these energies. It takes time. I'm getting that this isn't like an overnight thing. This is over time, slowly letting go. When you recognize, oh, I don't like this, I'm going to change that. So it feels like where I was at the beginning, Two of Pentacles. It's little steps, little choices that you're making that will all add up to where you would prefer to be and who you would prefer to be. I think that might be first, who you prefer to be, and really integrating and embodying that and making choices from who you prefer to be. Wow. All right, Virgo, what to be mindful of is the Five of Swords. It feels like what to be mindful of is the backlash. People who don't want you to take your power back. People who don't benefit from your boundaries, who don't benefit from you individuating, who don't benefit from you withholding, taking your power back, not engaging. It feels like this energy, someone wants to kind of just poke at your buttons, because that's how they've done it in the past. They've poked at your woundedness. They poked at the most vulnerable spots to get you back in your emotions, out of control, and they feel back in control of you. Yeah, this is very emotionally manipulative people. Feels like you are turning your back on this energy. It feels like you're not even allowing access to you. You might have cut off communication. It feels like, boy, there are a lot of people, it feels like, trying to get you to stop healing yourself, to stop caring for yourself, stop focusing on you. It feels like they're testing the fence line, testing your fence line. Like in Jurassic Park, the velociraptors, very intelligent, predatory beings. And there's this electric fence line in Jurassic Park, and every once in a while they test it in different places to see how they can get to where they want to be. And that's what it feels like. There are people who are used to you getting ideas, and ideas that pull you away, and they know how to wound you and get you back in that low vibrating energy, get you confused, get you to act against your better judgment, act in a way that doesn't benefit you. There's even like poverty here, a poverty mindset, a worry about finances, that it feels is being thrown out. And maybe even you're worried, like, can I create something that's very different than this for myself? And it feels like, yes, as you come out of isolation, taking what you've learned on your journey, then it feels like you're going to have a lot to share with others, wisdom. And it feels like whatever wisdom that you have, it feels like it's going to affect your work in a positive way. This maturing, this making choices for yourself feels like you're happy to work and put the work in and put the effort in. If you're creating something that's for you, that's very much your heart's desire, versus it feels like it's very hard to work when you're around these people, because you're not working for anything that's for you. You're just surviving. That's what it is. It feels like you're switching by focusing on what you want, on centering your heart's desire, and separating from people who are not for your highest and greatest good. Then it feels like you're excited and inspired to work. I'm willing to put in the work and effort because I will have something that will show for my work and effort. It's something that's very much me. And by separating from energies that don't want you to benefit, then it feels like your work will actually, you'll have something to show for the work. Yeah, there's again 5 of Swords coming up. Someone does not want you to be independent. Someone benefits from you carrying the burdens of how it feels like there are people, a person who benefits from you being the fall guy, from you being the scapegoat, from you carrying these people's emotional baggage. And it feels like you're done with that. You have fired yourself, and imagine what you can accomplish without being stuck in this energy. It feels very empowering. So hopefully that helps, Virgo. Thank you so much for all your comments and your likes and shares, and thanks as well. So, all right, have a great day.